Hey guys, nice to see you again. Time to review M. Night Shyamalan's latest film. Now this video will probably be half a review, half a commentary on M. Night Shyamalan because I have a kind of different view on him than a lot of people. But I do want to, I'm going to talk about this movie first. After Earth is a new science fiction movie by M. Night Shyamalan. After Earth is about how humans now live in another planet very, very far away in the solar system, and Will Smith's character leads the group called the Ranger Corps, which protects that area. Will Smith's son, played by, Jaden Smith, his actual son, who he's a wicked hard-ass to, wants to become a ranger also, but, isn't quite living up to the standards that Will Smith set for him and is kind of disappointed. But little Jaden is feeling, not connected with his father, and in an effort to, bond more with his son, he decides to take him on his one of his last missions. However, something goes awry when they're in space and they crash land on this place called Earth. And from there, Earth is really just filled with only wildlife since humans left. And it's not the best place for humans anymore, so a crippled Will Smith kind of has to direct his son how to survive. Like I said, I have a completely different view on M. Night Shyamalan than a lot of people. I've liked all of his movies except for The Last Airbender. And I mean, I've seen all of them. I like Lady in the Water. I like The Happening, even. But, then with The Last Airbender, that's when he fell completely into shit, and everyone was saying after that, they're like, oh yeah, Shyamalan's never gonna come back, and, that was his one misstep. I mean, everyone has a shitty movie, so I was kind of saying, well, he could get back up. The trailers for After Earth definitely did not excite me, and they made me depressed, because I thought, okay, yeah, Shyamalan's just gone off the deep end. I was pretty ready to conform and see this and say, yes, it's shit, he's terrible now, but this movie is not terrible, it's not even bad, actually. I actually sort of liked it. I mean, I did, and it's still a huge step down from his pre-Last Airbender movies, and I just thought it was okay, meaning it was kind of a disappointment, which I'll get into later, but there just really isn't much wrong with it. The special effects aren't great, but Will Smith and Jaden Smith aren't annoying, and Jaden Smith is terrible, usually, but he didn't really get on my nerves this time. I thought some of the suspense worked. I mean, I could see M. Night Shyamalan behind the camera, not literally, but I could feel him behind the camera, and it definitely felt like his kind of suspense that he used in a lot of his other movies. I mean, it does have a whole political, environmental message, and I'm kind of sick of those, but I mean, it doesn't get overbearing or anything. It's much better than The Happenings, because, The Happening was kind of like, oh, guess what? Trees were trying to kill you, therefore you should stop polluting, and this actually showed that, we kind of killed the Earth. The movie gets really corny at times. Sometimes it's slow. A lot of the monologues don't work, and so I mean, it's not great. I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 10. I'd recommend it for like a rental or something. I mean, but it is a drop down for Shyamalan still, and I'm still kind of pissed at him. Here's the thing with M. Night Shyamalan, that he just needs to get through his stupid head and realize subtlety is his thing. He's not good with drama or big special effects. That is not his thing. He needs to realize this. Look at his 3 first movies that everyone agrees are awesome. Sixth Sense, Signs, Unbreakable. Why were those movies awesome? Because they were subtle. You barely saw the aliens in Signs, so when you actually did see them, it was terrifying. Just not seeing what you were supposed to be afraid of really worked, especially in that movie. The Sixth Sense, was about ghosts, but it was, underplayed. Unbreakable, it was about fucking superheroes, and you didn't even know that till the end. And yes, I really, really, really like The Village. I don't know why a lot of people don't like it, but that was also kind of subtle too. I mean, you didn't really know much about these, monster things, and just the suspense in that movie worked so well. Lady in the Water and The Happening, I can see why a lot of people don't like. Maybe not Lady in the Water. I thought Lady in the Water was just a really cool fairy tale kind of thing. I thought it was really interesting. And The Happening, I think, is more of a guilty pleasure for me. I think, it's kind of like one of those what-if movies. And I just really dug it. I can see why. I mean, it's sometimes unintentionally funny. And The Happening also shows where M. Night Shyamalan is having a problem also. I like the movie, but I hope he realized that he was being overdramatic to the point where it's funny. I mean, come on. Every line everyone said in that movie was kind of just like over serious, and then it carried on to The Last Airbender. And The Last Airbender, I mean, it was all just special effects, and just the direction was terrible. And that's not Shyamalan, big special effects and action, that is not his thing. He's terrible at it. And After Earth was another action movie, which I think he actually brought his suspense sort of well to this, but it's still a lot of the dialogue that he brings in, it was just really cheesy, especially combined with all the special effects, and it's just like, come on. So yeah, Shyamalan isn't dead to me. Stop picking on him, guys. He's a good director, all right. He just had a few missteps, and just please make your next movie not special effects heavy. I mean, make another suspense horror movie. I mean, that's what you're good at. You're not really good at this new thing you're trying to get into. Sorry. But yeah, 6 out of 10 for After Earth wasn't bad, kind of surprisingly, and I'll see you guys later.